Why aren't things happening for you? Very, very clear. I know why. He that hideth his sin shall not prosper. Very clear. Proverbs 28:13. I love it. He that hideth. I love it. But Kevin, I hide my sin. Really? You don't hide that? Well, how come you don't tell me about all them spiritual baths you did? How come you don't tell me about the things you did to get that man to marry you? How come you hiding your sin? The Bible say very clearly, they are my rules, they're the Bible rules. He that hideth his sin shall not prosper. Listen to this now. Like I said, an open Bible is often placed in a newborn's crib or bed to protect the baby and ward off evil. The Bible is usually left open at the Psalms, right? Now, when one will follow these bearing of the placenta, obviously you follow the ritual to call up the spirit, right? Now, it doesn't end there because this spirit, and I want you to listen to me carefully because when I finish this part, I go straight into scriptures, but this part you need to hear very, very carefully. Once the spirit has been invited, and the spirit has been invited ignorantly because the participants, well, the mother for the most part, and definitely the child, don't know the spiritual ramifications of what's going to happen here. The spirit, though, once it's buried and the ritual has been followed, the spirit has literally been invited, meaning that that spirit had no legal right to these parties or by extension the family outside of this ritual. And again, I always tell you why that happened. God in his creation never gave spirits authority and dominion over the earth. He gave it to us, mankind. As a result of that, spirits, if they want to have any legal participation in this planet, it has to be through a human being. This is why altars are necessary. This is why witchcraft and voodoo and the Holy Spirit and so on. This is where we communicate and come in agreement with these invisible beings, giving them the right to run their course. So in this case here, that spirit who have every desire to invade and destroy the life of a family cannot do it unless the family agrees for it to happen or a member of the family. And for the most part, 99% of the time, the person who's doing it do not know that they're making an agreement to invite a spirit through this particular evil cultural practice. So now you did the bearing of the placenta. Voop, the spirit is there. You don't see it, but the spirit is there. So now the practitioners from the altar or even Grammy them, okay, is now going to tell you certain things to do when certain things that has been initiated by the spirit do to the child. Because one of the first signs to know that the spirit is now there, this child is going to have these strange outbursts, these piercing screaming late at night, as if the child saw something. I mean, to the point the child heart, the little baby, I mean, basically heart pounding. So what are you advised to do? I know not a lot of y'all gonna know where I'm coming from right now. Well, in some cultures, in Jamaica, they are advised to put a red string around the child's wrist. In places like the Bahamas and other Caribbean places and so on, we are advised to put a black string around the child's arm. Now, what is really happening now? Well, it's giving further, spirit that is, further access to the life of this child. Not only that, the black string represents bondage. But bondage to who? The spirit and the child. It's now tightening that through another ritual. They don't realize this ritual of the black string. Mommy, what you doing that for? Where did you get that from? Did Jesus put any black string around these people when he was casting devils out of them? And if he did, what did it mean? You didn't read that, right? So where did it come from? Where did it come from? So listen to this. In Jamaica, a red string may be tied around a newborn's wrist or in the hair. This is to run spirits, but they call it duppy in Jamaica. This is to run duppy or chase ghosts away and ward off. So this is what this is what you were told with the black string. But put this on and the spirits can stay away from the child. Or in some cases, they will tell you, put ammonia around the child corners of the room, or put salt there, or mop the floor turpentine, and could please somebody, please, right now, call Dove and riddle me with the scriptures where I can reference these antidotes.